You say that there are 5 tips for anyone that's gone through a pandemic breakup. I want to get to them. First, you say you don't feed your emotional monster. What do you mean by that?
Yes. When I say feed it, that means playing a sad love song on repeat, watching sad romantic movies on repeat. It's causing that emotion to get bigger and bigger. Even worse is when we add on these stories and interpretations and we go into catastrophe thinking, such as, I'm never going to love again. I gave them the best years of my life. All of that isn't actually fact. They are thinking traps and causes that emotion to, charge to go from here to here to here.
Yes. Second, you say do the pie exercise. I like this one.
Yeah, well, think about it. When you're in a relationship with someone, draw a circle. How much of that circle, the slice of pie, was devoted to the relationship? Is it 50%, 70%, 90%? And after a breakup, you have that much space that you need to fill up with activities. And so you need to create a list of things that you can do that light up your soul, that make you feel good again. Because if you don't fill up that time and space, you're going to fill it up with thoughts about your ex.
Well, Amy, you say next that you need to prepare yourself for withdrawal. Can you explain that? I'm not sure what you mean there.
Yeah. When you're in a relationship with someone, you have neural pathways that have been wired together. After a breakup, your body is in a state of shock. It's used to getting those feel-good chemicals from the relationship. So it's completely natural for you to go through periods where you totally miss the person and you go through a sense of withdrawal. But what's important to note is that intensity of withdrawal will subside, and it usually takes 20 to 30 minutes. So create a strategy of different things that you can do so that you can distract yourself when the withdrawal comes. And it's always best to be able to do a state change and move your body. So go out for a jog without your phone. Put on a happy playlist and dance to it. Call your best friend.
Yeah. You say create an empowering fantasy. Explain that.
Yeah. So when we're caught in a disempowering fantasy, that's when we're thinking about the past, hoping, wishing it will change. Now, you want to create an empowering fantasy, something that you actually can control. This might mean you take up that online course you wanted to do. You write that book you've always wanted to write. You become the best dancer you possibly can by looking at videos on YouTube. But when you are doing things and you're feeding your energy and your focus on things that light up your soul and make you feel empowered, that's going to help you not go into this rumination cycle and go back into that disempowering fantasy that's just ultimately not going to serve you.
Finally, you say you should throw yourself a breakup party. So tell us more about that and what exactly does your breakup party entail?
Yeah, when people are going through a breakup and they're feeling really sad, I'm actually excited for them. Sometimes a breakup is a shakeup you need to redirect your life. So it calls for a time to celebrate. So throw yourself a breakup party, get your closest friends on Zoom or use tribute.co to create a video montage. Everyone goes around and tells you what they love about you the most. Make sure you record it. And then in those moments when you're feeling down and lonely and maybe sensing withdrawal, watch that video. That will give you those feel-good chemicals and remind you in those moments that you're doubting yourself, that you're worthy of love and that you're awesome. And just because it didn't work out with this person, it doesn't mean it's the end of your story or your love story. It means it's the end of one chapter and you are the author and now you have your next chapter to write.
Amy, I got to tell you, this is all such great advice. Thank you for joining us and, of course, sharing all of your expertise. Thank you, Amy.
Ian, aren't you glad we're not dating?
Yeah, exactly. Those days are over for me.